Hello, this is a review video for my Josephine Underbust from Isabella Corsetry. Here is the front, the side, the back, and the other side. Here is the corset up close. The center front is 12 1/4 inch long. The underbust to lap measurement is 10 inches long, and the center back is 12.5 inches long. The waist size of this corset is 20 inches, and I bought it for $157.50. It's still currently on sale from $175. This is from corsetmaker.com, which is Isabella Corsetry, and this is the immediate line that they have. They have different levels. You can have custom, you can have made to measure, and they all cost different amounts of money. The immediate line for this style corset comes in 3 different fabric choices, and I chose to have the Ivory Satin. The shape is very curvy hourglass, as you could see. It's made from a 6-panel pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not sure how many layers are in it. It's 2 to 3. It's hard to tell. But the fashion fabric is, like I said, the Ivory Satin. And the lining fabric is an unbleached off-white canvas. I say unbleached because up close, if I could get it in focus, you could see like little speckles in it. It's not like it's been bleached to be uniformly white. So it looks like a natural color. The construction, they used a sandwich technique where they stitched in the ditch. So that's where you stitch down the middle of each panel piece where the double boning is on either side, and the stitch line does not stay in the ditch. You can see it veers off, and the same for the other side. Although it does that, the construction of this corset is still very sturdy. It's extremely stiff on my body. It doesn't have any bend points in it, I guess you could say. So it is also double boned. Mostly double boned. There's 24 total bones, 18 are spiral steels, so there's double bones here, 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 and here, and then this one is a single spiral steel bone. And then there are 6 total flat steels, and one of them is a support bone for the busk, and the other ones are the grommet supporters. The busk itself is 11 inches long, and it's a standard flexible busk. It is 1/2 inch wide, and when I'm laced up, the front bows inwards. It does not keep my stomach flat, but it's not too much boned in or bowed in, but it does cause some pressure on the stomach that is harder for me to get used to because I don't wear this corset daily. Like some people might train in this corset, but I use it for a fashion corset and back support. The binding is the same Ivory Satin, and you can see it's stitched on the inside like so. The stitch, they did a stitch in the ditch, I guess you could say, here on the outside, which kind of half went onto the binding and half into the ditch, so it was slightly sloppy again there, but nobody would really notice that on you. The grommets are silver, and there are a few tiny little splits on the back not catching on the laces, and the 2 grommets in the center are spaced much closer together than the rest of the grommets, so it's right where the loop should go. For the Modesty panel, I did a little tutorial on how to make your Modesty panel floating by adding grommets here to attach to the laces. I requested that the Modesty panel be separate and they stiffened it because if you request it to be sewn in, it's a flap and it's not stiffened at all, so some people don't like that. But if you get it floating, you have to figure out how to attach it to your corset, otherwise it'll just fall off before you can lace up. So, and you can also request to have no modesty panel at all if you don't want one. The ribbon is ivory as well, and it's double-faced. I find the ribbon is hard to lace up, possibly because I keep, from feeling behind my back, I keep getting confused which X is which, but it does stay in place. If you let go of the laces, it's not gonna loosen up on you. So that can be a good thing, that can be a bad thing. It's harder to get off that way, but it does stay laced tightly. It's a very, like I said, sturdily made corset. Feels very stiff. Oh, I forgot to mention the waist tape. I cannot tell if there's a waist tape in here. I kept trying to look for it, feel for it. I can see there's wrinkling here, but I can't actually feel the waist tape. So I'm assuming there's one in it. All good corsets have waist tapes in them, but I really can't tell. When the corset came, it came with this tiny little black spot on it, I think. I'm pretty sure it wasn't there, but I noticed it within an hour of taking it out of the package. So I don't know if I want to try to get that off or not. But anyways, this corset stains easily because it is white. And also on the back, on the other side of the grommets, there's a couple of orange spots, like marking where they were placing the garments. So their markings are on there, which doesn't really bother me that much, but it's sort of unprofessional, I guess you could say. Anyways, the corset on my rib cage, it's a little too big on the top. Like I can actually pull it away from my body and move around in it, but when it gets towards the waist, it kind of squishes my ribs, and it, on my right side, it's been causing like a uncomfortable numbness where I have to loosen it up, because if I tighten the corset to where it should be, it feels way too tight, and it feels weird, like it is causing a numbness issue on my ribs. But then if I loosen it, it's loose, you know, everywhere, so everywhere except my waist. So because it's so curvy and my body isn't used to it yet, I don't know, even though I've had it for a couple months, I still can't get used to it. So it might just be me. Just something to note. Oh, and when I take it off, that spot that feels numb is red underneath, so it's just weird. But anyways, I love the shape of the corset in general, and the length of it is perfect for me. I don't have a long torso at all. And I think that's all I need to say on it. I still like this corset. I still just need to not lace it so tightly because it is so curvy, and it can lace down very tightly. So I can take off a few inches very easily on my waist. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.